I design longboards and t-shirts. Came from my mom a little bit because I'm actually in college right now going for architecture, and I was just kind of like drawing for classes and just doodling on the side, and my mom like saw the pictures that I posted like on Facebook, and she like was calling me one day just like as a mother-son like talk when you're in college, homesick, you know, and then so she was talking to me and she's like, I saw those designs you did, I saw your drawings on Facebook, you should like do something with that. And I was like, what can I do? And so I researched like for like a couple weekends when I wasn't working for school, and like just kept like trying to find stuff that I could print with. And then we got some sample shirts printed, and then I found out the price of having to get everything together to build up a stock, and I couldn't do that. So I looked into like other things I could do to help like promote my business at least and get stuff out there, and I found some stuff that I could work with on like longboards because I saw everyone in college just like riding one. So when I got back home after like second semester, I bought my own longboard from a friend because he was making them, and I was like, hey, maybe you could like go in with me. Bought some paint stuff and then put my design on a board and then put my logo on it, and then from there like it just kind of took off, like where I was just like telling all my friends about it, made like a website, Facebook page, got my own business cards. It's a bad economy, I can't spend like $200 on a longboard for you. So I was like, that's understandable. And then that's where like the book came in with a big help for me. Like last night, I got my first customer because I saw the service thing in there, and I thought about that. I was like, I am trying to offer a product, and like he says, it's costly. And so I looked into like anything else. I was like, well, what do I offer? I offer the service of painting the board and then giving it to them. What I did was I had a friend who had already wanted to buy a board from me. He went on Facebook quick, was like, hey, I have a question for you. You already have a board, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, $50 and I'll paint it for you. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'll bring it over tomorrow. So he brought it over, I talked to him about it, showed him the design that I had ready for a board, showed him everything that I was going to do, told him where it was going to go, how it was going to be on, and he loved it and was like, do it. That's like the main goal of the whole business. I knew I would have to take out loans because I just didn't have the money saved up and all that. It was kind of like the norm, how he mentioned in the book. I mean, most people just do it. Some of the stuff I read, like I'm going to use some of that information to my advantage so I can like help get more business for myself, because like where I live there's a huge demographic for like longboarders and there's people who already own one, so I can put up flyers and like the yard signs and stuff like you mentioned, and like hopefully get some more business so I can like pay off those loans. Because of how I was going about my business with trying to get a product out there to people, like I was just like, where's like, how do I pay for all this stuff? Like, where's that information? Well, then he's like, you got to be more of a service, and that's what really clicked, and that's how I got the customers. And it was just all about how I was approaching stuff at the moment. All of it made pretty good sense.